Hello, everyone. My name is Trevon Edwards. I'm a current senior at short. I am in a class taught by famous sociologist and teacher, the wonderful Professor Jeanette Wade. Be sure to go and read her magazine interview on Black America Suicide Misconceptions. It is a must read. But for this class, I'll be doing my presentation on the Black slave family and how its parallels may be partly to blame for the disarray of the Black family in the United States of America. This is a presentation called The Slave Family by me, Trevon Edwards. And this is for my class, Sociology of Race and Ethnicity. First, we have the Black family perception. Black families before the 19th century were not considered families. While the white family was seen as the epitome of society, a man, at minimum, is supposed to be able to care for and protect his family. The Black man was stripped of this ability to do so. Being able to provide for his wife and or children, he could not prevent his wife from being kidnapped, and he could not prevent his white slave masters from beating their children, which is crazy to even think about. Then we have the Black woman. A main source of contention now and in the past among Black women is the treatment that they went through during this period. The Black woman in slave times was of course considered property, but the extent of the torment they received can be seen in the world today. A slave woman's body was not her own, meaning that at any time she could be shipped away, raped, or beaten, depending on the slave master's mood. This constant reminder of inferiority and misrepresentation of the value of their body severely damaged the minds of Black women, maybe even perpetuating the need to take abuse or even ignore it. Then we have the Black man. The Black man after slavery has many labels attached to him. One thing that is certain that a man in slavery was unable to do anything for himself, not knowing if he'll be around his family from one day to the next, or whether they'll be beaten to within an inch of their life. The same exact thing could be said about the Black man today, just different circumstances. Next up, we have a video within a video. This clip is from one of my favorite shows, The Boondocks. It lightens the mood on this serious topic while drawing out some of the historical and current world parallels. Go watch this video and come back. Parental advisory is advised. There is a lot of profanity. So if you came back to the video, you've seen the video. Boondocks is a lit show. It's basically, the point of this clip is it's a fantasization of a Black woman trying to escape captivity. So of course it's a cartoon, but it's as real as it could ever be. The Black woman ran away. She got cornered in the woods with dogs and white men. The white men proceeded to possibly try to rape this woman. You can see that by the man trying to take his pants down. And then that's where the fantasization comes in. The Black guy comes in and beats everybody up, saves the Black woman, which normally wouldn't happen, but it happened in the show, in which I give them credit for. They find the funniest ways to depict a crazy topic, and even realer, they depicted possible mutiny or running away or killing the masters to gain their freedom, which is some serious conversations that could have actually happened back in the day. But overall, you can see how the McGregor always makes real world like correlations with his cartoons. So if you watch enough of the Boondocks, you can see that like he tries to make it as current as possible with how he has his characters talk and relay messages. Lastly, we have current day correlations. I would like to finalize the correlation I see between the black slave family and the black family today. Black slave families, as I've stated, were not even seen as families in the past. As property, black people were unable to form the bonds with their wives and children, let alone friends or family, that would have led to a stronger sense of self worth. Not to say we never achieved that self worth as black people, but this was an obvious obstacle that we had to overcome. Nowadays, even though we're not slaves anymore, we still have difficulty connecting with our families and other black people for that matter. A slave man could have been kidnapped and taken to a different plantation. A black man could go to jail for life on a trumped up charge or die from police gunfire or even just choose to leave because there's too much pressure for him. In all these situations, the family dynamic is highly unlikely to be repaired. The long lasting echoes of slavery show themselves through how black people interact with their families nowadays. White slave owners were intentional in keeping families separated to keep them docile. The same could even be said about the black family today. A black boy losing his father to a drug arrest is likely to send that boy on a similar path, though not for certain. The government sees this happening but chooses to ignore it because, in my opinion, they set these chains of events in motion. So, in conclusion, the black family in today's society is a byproduct of the treatment slaves received. It seems as though broken black homes have always been widely accepted in society, like who's your dad joke or you don't have a dad joke. Like those are in all types of cartoons, let alone cafeterias in middle schools and elementary schools around the world. Like it's been happening. I heard it and I have both of my parents. So like it's definitely a real thing. So in a time where the police can kill an unarmed black man and go to work the next day, which happens almost every day nowadays, it is extremely important to continue to strengthen the bonds of the black family in America. These are the sources that helped me to make this presentation, and that has been the end of my presentation. Once again, this is Trevon Edwards. Thank you for listening to me. I'm a hopeful graduating senior of the North